Hi, everybody. I just wanted to say thank you for being a part of the leadership of the small groups for the Come and Follow series. I'm excited to see what God's going to do in our experience together as a church as we go through Come and Follow. The purpose of the Come and Follow study is to encounter Christ by looking at the stories of the people who met Jesus face to face and discovering for us what it means to become Christ followers even today. Today, I want to share with you a few tips on leading small groups. Let me share a few thoughts with you on preparation. I'd like to encourage you to really take prayer seriously as you think about preparing for your group time. Ask God to teach you and then also your group members as you go through the group process. Ask God to guide you in your preparation and ask God to grow all of you spiritually. There are 5 daily studies in each week of the Come and Follow series. And so you want to go through them in advance and be several days ahead so that you can be thinking about how you're going to guide your group through the conversation each week. Also, at the end of each week, there is a for your group time page where there's group discussion questions. There's a prayer point. Also, there's a memory verse there for you. And so before the group meets, work through all of this whole page by yourself and decide which group questions are really going to work for your group, and then make a plan and review that plan and everything else one more time before you enter into your small group. Also, it's very important that you have a good environment that welcomes people. So you want to have a comfortable environment for people to be in. You also want to think about maybe a little bit of a treat or a little bit of maybe a drink, some coffee, or something that would provide something for them to hold in their hands. You might want to also provide extra Come and Follow books because not everybody is going to have them, at least at the beginning. Also, please sit in a circle or some sort of arrangement where you can see one another so that you can easily talk with one another. Have your DVD ready and test the equipment beforehand in order for you to know that it's going to work. Let's talk a little bit about what happens during the group. First of all, you want to greet people and create a fun environment. Find out how their week has been going and just have a great time together. As you go into the group, especially during the first session or two, you should talk about the commitment of attending the group every week and then doing the studies during the week, and ask people if they know that if they have any scheduling difficulties so you can plan ahead for those matters. Also, you're going to want to not let any one individual dominate the conversation. Some people are more willing to talk than others, and you want to purposefully draw out everybody in the group so that it's a group experience and not just one person talking. When it's appropriate, you'll want to receive an offering. A recommended offering for the books is about $13 to cover the cost of our materials, and so you want to pass the hat or something and bring those monies into the church. As you're talking about various questions, be sure to stay as biblical as you can, because that is our authority base. And then you're going to want to, in the group time, aim for people to connect with Jesus and what it means to follow Jesus in our lives today. Let's talk a little bit about what we should do after each group meeting. You'll want to sit down with whoever is leading along with you and evaluate how the group went. Ask what went well, what needs to change, what happened that can build our group, what is kind of threatening the life of our group, and what needs to change in that regard. Ask how each of the individuals seem to be progressing spiritually. Things like that will help you get an evaluation on a weekly basis of how you need to adjust things for the next group. Also, I'd encourage you after the group to prepare for, to pray for each member of your group. As you go along through this group study, you'll gain more insight into the spiritual development of individuals and the challenges that they face in their own lives. And so you'll be able to pray with greater insight as you go along. And don't forget to pray for each person during the week. Let me share a few other tips with you as well. There is a Skit Guys video that I have included the link to in the email that you're receiving that can really help you prepare for your small groups as well. You have to understand that these gentlemen in the video are actually using satire, so everything they say you want to think the opposite in terms of tips for leading small groups. It's really a fun little video. And then I'd encourage you to find one or two others to help you lead the group and give them an opportunity to lead in various ways. And you might even create a time away at some point during your group time where they have to step in and facilitate your group during one particular week later on in the series. Also, please help group members stay connected to Shalom after the series is done. Right after the series is completed, we'll be stepping into Holy Week and Easter and a time of outreach for our church and evangelism. And so it's a great opportunity for us to really include people in the key component of fishing, to not only follow Jesus, but to be fishers of men. And so I encourage you to do that. Also, in March, we'll be announcing at some point that there will be a service project in which we share the contents of a whole truck of food that's going to be available for people who need it in our area, and that's going to be done at the fairgrounds. Just listen for more details. Also, on February 17th through 19th is our 125th anniversary weekend, and Dr. Jerry Shevlin, who leads Converge Worldwide, is going to be here. And on Saturday night, on February 18th, here at church at 6:30 p.m., there's going to be a dessert and also leadership training for all who come. And so I want to really encourage you to set that aside as a priority for you. Thanks so much for your willingness to help, and I really look forward to what the Lord Jesus is going to do as we go through Come and Follow together. God bless you.